Okay, so if anybody has anything that they want me to sew, I'm happy to do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to start sewing a couple more of the little elf stockings that I was doing yesterday. I've got a couple projects around, so I can just pick up things. I've got some masks, I've got a dress, I've got a fitted diaper. Any requests? I'm always happy to do requests. So just let me know what you want to sew, and I'll pop my eyes up occasionally and see what people are asking for. So I've got my same template from yesterday. It's available to download if you want to print your own and sew your own. They're just little mini elf stockings with a curled toe. And I've got some old leftover cotton velour. Got a royal blue and a very pretty red. So I switched out to some red thread just because I didn't think black thread would work so great. And it's a super, super quick, simple sew. But let me know if you have any questions or anything that you want to talk about, or anything that you want help on sewing or crafting or cooking. If you've tried any of my tutorials and want to have any questions about those. I really do need to find some free music to play, otherwise it's so quiet with nobody asking questions. What's everybody up to? Any exciting Christmas plans? Any household projects going on? Anybody making anything fancy for dinner? Any baking? Even though I'm sewing today, it's not just about sewing. It's about any sort of making. So what are you working on? So I'm just going really slow around this first corner here, just to get that nice pointy toe. Then everything else just goes quick. I guess I could have clipped it first, but I was too lazy. Pretty much my motto. I don't tend to take a lot of time. If anybody wants me to serge anything, or if anybody wants any knitting help, beadwork, I've got beads. What projects are you working on that you want help with? Think of this as free lesson time. Or troubleshooting, if you're having any difficulty with anything. I will help if I can. So then you've got your little inside of your stocking. Just trim off any excess before you turn it. This is 100% cotton velour left over from my diaper sewing days. If you have any diaper sewing questions, I can help with those. You could use a serger if you're doing this, or you could hand sew it. It's a super simple little craft. Just a mini stocking. The template is up on my video from yesterday. I thought I would do a few more colors. There's an ornament craft up if you want to do just a little cut and glue ornament with your kids. Okay, so you've got your body there, and then you're just going to turn it. Push out the toe point. You can sew this with pretty much any fabric. I used fleece yesterday and it had more structure that way, so it's a little bit thicker, held a little nicer. You could do a pre-quilted fabric, or just like a felt. Okay, so there you've got the little elf stocking body. And then I've got this white here, and I could switch to white thread, but I don't think I'm going to bother. For the white, you then fold it toward itself to make the cuff. And just do a straight seam across. And then to attach that to the body, you just take it and fold it in half with the fuzzy side out. Or if you're not using a fuzzy fabric, with whichever one that you want facing out. Line up your seam. I'm going to put my seam toward the back side of the stocking. Then you're going to set it inside your stocking body with the seams lining up. See? And the outside piece is a little bigger, so you'll stretch just the red piece, or whatever color yours is, but for me I'm going to just stretch the red piece a little bit, but not stretch the white piece as I sew. Make sure it all lines up. I made this one a little wider than I did yesterday, so it looks a little nicer, hopefully. This is very thick right at the beginning, so I'm going to go really slow to start. This is just like doing a cuff on anything, but it's going to be turned outward instead of inward because of the way that stockings fold over. And now for this little straightaway, I'm going to pull evenly. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Then you just have to trim it up. It's super fast. Like I said, you don't even need a machine for this one. You could even, or if you could just use your serger, you could do serger, you could do sewing machine, you could do hand sewing. This is just a really easy, fast craft for the whole family. You could hole punch it and use a yarn needle. And then all I have to do is trim up the top here. What do you guys want to see me do for my regular video for today? I'm doing a week of Christmas crafts, so I'll do something different. If you've got anything that you want to see done, or you want to know how to do, let me know. I don't film until about 8 at night, so after we all finish dinner and everything. So if you want to ever see me do a tutorial, just write me before 8 in the evening, and I can probably fit it in. I can even add an extra if I already have one planned for that day. It's not hard to film a second. I can do a short video and a long video, or 2 short videos. There we go, all trimmed up. And then you just take the little stocking cuff that you just made and flip it over the outside so that some of the white is still on the inside. And if you wanted to sew on a ribbon or another little piece of flat fabric for the loop or a piece of yarn, you can sew that in to hang it by. You could use a piece of Scotch tape or masking tape to get off the fuzz if you've got one like this that's fuzzy. But there you go, your own little elf stocking. What do you guys think of it in red? I did green yesterday. And I've got this royal blue one here too. There you go with your little elf stockings. You can make them for your own little elves. Here's the template. Happy sewing. Happy crafting. Happy baking. I hope you guys have a good Christmas.